Welcome to part 2 of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view here in Universe Mode. We are kicking this part off with the Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax, the former champ, looking to reclaim her title, lost it the last time she faced off against Paige. It was a huge underdog victory for Paige. She was able to get Nia Jax locked into the Paige tap out, the PTO, to force Nia to tap out, which is the first time I think she was submitted in Universe Mode. She's been pinned a couple times, if anything, but she's never tapped out. But Nia Jax now knows the threat Paige poses. But Nia Jax looking to become a two-time Raw Women's Champion. So we're going to get the champ out here next. Again, as we mentioned in part 1, there will also be 3 matches in this part here, and then part 3, the end of the pay-per-view, will be the Royal Rumble match itself. So now on her way to the reign of Raw Women's Champion, Paige looking to get out of here with the title still around her waist and herself still intact, because I think Nia Jax would be a bit more fierce than she typically is after losing the title, and you can't really blame her. She ended up having to tap out, of course. But we're going to get this match underway to start things off here in this part. As usual, if there is a poll above, be sure to vote in that. Share your thoughts about the poll question and stuff in the episode in the comment section down below. I like hearing feedback from you guys and your thoughts on certain superstars or storylines or things that are going on. Nia Jax versus Paige. Let's do this. A lot on the line here in this matchup. Nia Jax going right after the champion, taking her down quickly. Just wrenching on the neck. Paige in trouble here early on. Nia Jax wasting no time, stomp right to the side. Picks Paige up on her shoulders. Just a power slam right down. Paige might already be knocked out. Nia Jax looks like she's setting up for the Samoan drop. On her shoulders once again, and she connects. Paige didn't get a single bit of offense in. Nia Jax for the cover. 1, 2. No, and Paige kicked out at the last second. Nia Jax furious, yelling at the referee. She thought that was a 3 count, and that nearly was. Arm drag reversal takedown by Paige. Now bringing the fight to Nia Jax. The champion did not have the best of starts in this one. Nia Jax just destroying any sort of momentum. Paige is looking to build up. Slingshot off the ropes. Picks her up. On the shoulders again. Just dropping her on the ropes. Into the cover on Paige. 1, 2. And Paige kicks out again. And Paige hasn't gotten much offense in during this match, but she is being very resilient, kicking out. Okay, just Nia Jax basically crushed Paige's chest there almost with that maneuver. On her shoulders again, and slammed right down. Nia Jax just toying with Paige at this point. Paige with a big reversal there, knee to the midsection, getting out of that Samoan drop, going for the Paige turner. She hits it. And she upset Nia Jax again into the cover. 1. Now Nia Jax kicks out before the referee could even get down to do the count. Picks up Jax. Snap suplex there by Paige. Finally getting in that offense. And a headbutt to Nia Jax again. Paige dragging her away from the ropes. Smart move. Thought she was going for a cover. Crowd starting to get behind Paige again. Jawbreaker by Nia Jax. backbreaker to Paige. Nia Jax yelling at the WWE Universe. I think she's partially toying with them as well. And another slam to Paige. If Paige is able to get out of this match, still Raw Women's Champion, we may need to get her some medical attention as Nia Jax going for another Samoan drop. And she hits it. Paige is not moving whatsoever. Into the cover. 1, 2. No, and Paige again. Somehow finding the will to kick out of the Samoan drop. This is frustrating Nia Jax even more. Paige may need to just take the pinfall. She would get a rematch if Nia Jax were to win here tonight, but she has to think about her future there. She's getting demolished now by Nia Jax. Elbow drop again to the lower back, which is the main target of Nia Jax's assault. Paige with the Irish whip. Flow over, swinging neck breaker. Nice move there by Paige. Slamming Nia Jax head first into the floor, or into the mat rather. Snapmare takedown. Big elbow right to the face, maybe even the nose by Nia Jax there. Picks up Paige once again. And another slam. And may need to call for some medical personnel to come out here to check on Paige, getting up to her feet. Nia Jax again going for another Samoan drop. I don't know if Paige will be able to kick out of it this time. Nia for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Paige put up a fight, but Nia Jax reclaims her Raw Women's Championship. Just dismantling Paige, who surprisingly kicked out of 2 Samoan drops before that. Nia Jax is the new Raw Women's Champion. Wait a minute. She's deciding against leaving the ring and just continues to attack Paige. And Paige already may be injured after those several Samoan drops and those slams, but the added assault after the match, we may need to get doctors out here, but we'll move on to the next matchup. Okay, we are about to get into the next matchup, the Universal Championship match, and technically Raw's main event, so to speak. Dean Ambrose will be taking on his Shield brother Seth Rollins, the current Universal Champion. Dean Ambrose on his way to the ring first, and Dean Ambrose with the challenge following Survivor Series, and Ambrose's triumphant return back from months out with injury sees his Shield brother Seth Rollins as Universal Champion. He cut that promo a couple weeks ago stating that he still had a championship match, being he didn't technically lose the WWE Championship when he was still on SmackDown. He had to relinquish it due to injury, so he spoke to The Undertaker and Edge, both general managers, and got himself a championship match here now for the Universal Championship. So Dean Ambrose in the ring, awaiting his opponent, Seth Rollins, the Architect and current Universal Champion. Both men not in their Shield attire in this one. And Dean Ambrose is basically referring to this match as friendly banter and just two brothers fighting pretty much. And they both have a common goal of being Universal Champion. So Dean Ambrose looking to defeat Seth Rollins. This is not a break in the Shield at all. They both mentioned that. Seth agreed and, to some extent, appreciated Dean Ambrose basically challenging him. And these two put on great matches, whether it's with or against each other. And we saw what they did at Survivor Series along with Roman Reigns and Dolph Ziggler defeating Team SmackDown / Team Balor Club. to basically earn bragging rights and to save Monday Night Raw from whatever Mr. McMahon was planning on doing. But that is behind us. Now we are here in this moment. Royal Rumble Universal Championship match. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. We are going to get into this now. Crowd very much into this match, and it hasn't even started yet. Universal Championship on the line. Regardless of what happens here, the Shield will be in possession of the Universal Championship. So Dean Ambrose ready to go. Seth Rollins also ready. Refereeing that bell. Let's do this. And Seth with a sling blade right off the bat. They're both charging at each other. Again, they know each other so well. Jawbreaker reversal there by the Lunatic Fringe. Float over DDT, planting Seth Rollins. And these guys wasting no time, going right after each other. Big uppercut there by the Architect. Goes for a spinning back fist, but gets caught by Ambrose. Another jawbreaker to the Universal Champion. Ambrose there with a stomp to the chest of Rollins. Big left hands to the side of the head. And they have two completely different offensive styles, but they mesh very well. Ambrose to the second rope. I don't think he knows what he's going to do half the time. And a missile drop kick takes Rollins down quickly. Picks up Seth. Big block there by Rollins. Drop kick takes Ambrose down. Ambrose now clutching his chest. Rollins actually going up top. Now goes for a 450. I think he just landed chest or stomach first on Ambrose's head. Both men hurt after that maneuver. Seth staying on the offense. Ambrose off the ropes. They bump into each other. Left or right jab, followed by a right chop there by Ambrose. Side Russian leg sweep takes Seth down quickly. Ambrose not letting up on offense. Double axe handle sidestepped and avoided. Another sling blade there by Rollins. And smashing the left arm into the canvas. Third jawbreaker of the match by Ambrose. Seth with the Falcon Arrow. Break of the face there by Rollins. Ambrose into the corner, puts him on top. Is not going to end well for somebody. Going for the superplex, and he hits it. Keeps the hold on Ambrose. Falcon Arrow, what strength there by Seth Rollins. Picks up Ambrose once again. He's going for a move there, inverted DDT reversal there by Dean. Now Rollins rolls under the bottom rope onto the apron, trying to get his composure. Gets taken off the apron by Ambrose. And I'm just receiving word from the back that this matchup is actually a no-holds-barred match that was decided upon earlier in the night by our general manager, Monday Night Raw, Edge. Elbow drop off the apron by Ambrose. And Seth driven into the barricade. No holds barred, anything goes. These two will do just about anything to each other to become Universal Champion. Driven rib first into the steel ring steps is Ambrose. Float over DDT by Rollins. Big takedown there. And now Rollins driven rib first into the steps. Tossed back in by Ambrose. Despite this being no holds barred, the referee still needs to keep things in line. Big knee to the face of Ambrose. Rollins picks him right back up again. Schoolboy super kick right to the face of Ambrose. Seth looks to be setting up for the curb stomp. And he hits it on Ambrose. Is this it? Will Seth retain the Universal Championship? 1, 2. 3, and he does. Ambrose put up one heck of a fight. No weapons were needed at all in this matchup. Seth Rollins, one curb stomp, puts Dean Ambrose away. And these two put on a classic match as expected. One curb stomp turns the lights out for Ambrose. Seth Rollins is still the Universal Champion. And now Seth can look forward to WrestleMania. We still have the Raw exclusive pay-per-view Fastlane next, but we're going to get into the WWE Championship now. Guys, we are here. Main event of part 2 will be for the WWE Championship. This is a triple threat match. Out first on his way to the ring, the leader of the Wyatt family in Bray Wyatt out here first. Again, if you guys remember back to last Friday, we had the pre-show highlights for both the Raw and SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship matches, because there's not enough room here on the main card for the tag team matches, of course. But if you haven't checked that out, if I remember, we'll put that in the info card above. You can check that out, as well as part 1 if you missed that. Again, part 3 will be out tomorrow, and that will be the Royal Rumble match itself. I don't want to spoil the results of that pre-show highlights video, so go check that out if you have not already, to see how both of those tag team championship matches went. But Bray Wyatt looking to become WWE Champion here at the Royal Rumble. And of course, current champion is the Swiss Superman Cesaro, looking to defend. And basically, could easily be a 2-on-1 situation if Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, who's out here or on his way to the ring right now, decide to team up to take the champion out of the equation, fight for the title between themselves. And in that regard, that would be a new champion regardless. So Finn Balor out here next, leader of the Balor Club. Again, Anderson and Gallows took on Harper and Rowan of the Wyatt family for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. So I'm not going to spoil what went down, but just know it was a great matchup between those two teams, and now we're going to see what their leaders will do here in this WWE Championship triple threat matchup. Finn Balor looking to become a 2-time Universal Champion. If he could pick up the win here tonight, whether he pins Bray Wyatt or Cesaro, it does not matter. We already know Finn Balor's goal, however he goes about it, is totally up to him. Same could go for both the other men in this matchup. Technically, if they want to win, they'll do whatever it takes. So we're going to get the WWE Champion Cesaro out here now. The crowd very much fired up for this matchup, and they're all still looking forward to the Royal Rumble match itself. Again, I said it moments ago, that will be what closes out this pay-per-view there in part 3. Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, the WWE Champion, fancy suit and all, looking to remain WWE Champion. Won the title back at TLC against Finn Balor in a TLC match. That was basically an instant classic, and that match went on forever, it seemed. But Cesaro was able to come out on top. So we'll see if Cesaro can beat the odds in this matchup to retain his title. And Cesaro has been on a roll of late. And also, I think I mentioned this probably the last couple weeks, when it comes to these three men, it's been some sort of action warfare, because you have Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, you have Finn Balor and the Balor Club, and then you have Cesaro and Sami Zayn. They don't have the numbers compared to the other two groups, but they've been buddies and partners because they have common enemies, of course. So WWE Championship matchup about to get underway here in mere seconds. If you haven't already dropped a like on this episode, definitely be sure to do that. Let me get this matchup underway, and here we go. Cesaro going right after Finn Balor. Bray Wyatt just staying back and picking his spot. Big belly-to-belly suplex takes Balor down quickly, and a nice German suplex there by Cesaro, taking Bray Wyatt down. Headlock on Wyatt. Snap suplex there by the Swiss Superman. Now Finn Balor hit with a snap mare. Cesaro wrenching on the neck of Finn. Bray Wyatt back to his feet now. Bray Wyatt with an Irish whip to Cesaro. Back body drop. Bray nearly landed on Finn Balor's head. Missed it by inches, it seemed. Balor now slowly getting to his feet. Cesaro methodically picking apart Bray Wyatt. Rolls out of the ring. Big right hand by Balor. Michinoku driver takes Cesaro down. Big right hand. Picks up the champion. Bray Wyatt getting to his feet. DDT takes him right back down. Float over DDT. Reversed by Finn Balor. Elbow to the chest of Bray Wyatt. Cesaro slowly getting to his feet. Oh, and a gut check there by the former WWE Champion Finn Balor. Double elbows take both Cesaro and Bray Wyatt down. Finn Balor in control of this triple threat matchup. Bray Wyatt sends him over the top rope, crashing down outside of the ring. All three men outside now. Now Bray Wyatt driven into the barricade. Turns the favor by crashing Finn Balor into the ring apron. Hardest part of the ring, too, no less. Cesaro up to his feet, just watching the others fight it out. German suplex to Bray Wyatt. Finn Balor still stunned after being driven into the barricade. Step up and Enzuigiri takes Cesaro down. Cesaro tosses Balor back in. Goes to the second rope again. Nobody home there as Balor rolls out of the way. Cesaro in a bit of trouble. Another snap suplex. Bray Wyatt up to his feet now. Bray Wyatt there with the knee strike. Stunning Cesaro now. Big move there, takes the champion down. Inverted DDT by Finn Balor. Cesaro getting to his feet slowly. Cesaro celebrating a bit too early there. He needs to finish this matchup before he can start celebrating or doing whatever. Big right hand breaks up whatever Balor was going to do to Bray Wyatt. Cesaro breaks it up again. Gets Bray Wyatt into a crossface submission maneuver. Balor there to break it up. Pop-up uppercut takes out a leader of the Balor Club. When Balor gets to his feet, Bray Wyatt still on the outside. Avoids the neutralizer. Finn Balor might have just saved himself and this matchup. Cesaro's about to put him away with the neutralizer. Finn Balor is quick to get out of that. DDT planting Cesaro once again. Balor going up top. Bray Wyatt picks up the champion. Looks like Finn Balor is about to go for the coup de grace, but Bray Wyatt got in the way. Now he gets dropped. Go first on the ropes. Michinoku driver again by Balor. Going to the top once more. Both men are just in position there. Coup de grace to the champion, and he hits it. Bray Wyatt still not knowing where he is. 1, 2, and Cesaro kicks out at the last second, saving himself and this matchup. Finn Balor frustrated again, going up top once more. Bray Wyatt going for a cover on the champion. Balor breaks it up now. And that's the thing about triple threat matches. You might get one person down, but you still have that other person to be worried about. And Balor rolling out of the ring. Jawbreaker by Cesaro. Bray Wyatt sidesteps the drop kick. Big right hand. Bray into the corner. Cesaro going for those uppercuts. Hits one, taking Bray Wyatt down into the pin. One. And Bray Wyatt kicks out quickly. Cesaro now into the corner by Balor. Goes for the alley-oop bomb. Planting the champion again. Cesaro rolling out of the ring. Balor going for a cover on Bray Wyatt. One. No, Bray kicks out again. And all three men not giving in easily. Elbows to the top of the head. Raining down by Balor. Cesaro still on the outside. Another pin attempt on Wyatt. One, two, and Bray kicks out again. Cesaro just back into the ring in time. Balor turns his attention to the Swiss Superman. Cesaro chest first into the turnbuckle. Balor setting him up for the shotgun drop kick. Bray Wyatt is in the way, just leaps over Bray, hits Cesaro with the maneuver. And both men are down. Who is Balor going for? And he hits Bray Wyatt in the back of the head. I think he was going for Cesaro. He was going for the cover on him though. One, two, and no, Cesaro kicks out. I think Balor might have not realized who he actually connected that move on. Bray Wyatt barely moving. Step up insecurity or shiny razor there by Balor. Going for a pin again. Bray Wyatt still not moving. One. No, and Cesaro kicks out again. Kick right to the back. Cesaro not phased by it. Just launching Balor head first, or by the head. Cesaro going for a cover on Wyatt. One, two, and he kicks out again. He's not moving there for a few minutes, and he's still able to kick out. Cesaro with an unorthodox modified crossface on Bray Wyatt. Can he force the Eater of Worlds to tap out? Balor back into the ring to break it up just in the nick of time. Balor just saved Bray Wyatt there in this matchup. Balor dropped headfirst on the top turnbuckle by Cesaro. Goes for it again, but Balor pushes him off. Gets him into position for a power bomb, and he hits it. Cesaro, the only one standing, drags Balor to the middle of the ring, goes for the cover. Bray still not moving. One, two, and Balor kicks out again. Earlier when we mentioned, okay, Bray Wyatt's moving, never mind. I was just going to say we may need medical attention for him more than we needed it for Paige earlier. He just possummed the champion into his sister Abigail. 2, 3, and Bray Wyatt was just playing possum. Smart maneuver by Bray Wyatt. He just hit the sister Abigail out of nowhere, pinning the WWE champion. Bray Wyatt is the new WWE champion here at the Royal Rumble. All three men put it all on the line, and all three men had their moments to shine and chances to win this matchup. But Bray Wyatt had the smartest strategy, played injured and pretended to be knocked out cold for a while, just waited for Cesaro to try and pick him up, got him into the sister Abigail, and that was it. Bray Wyatt is the new WWE champion. That'll conclude things here from part 2 of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and we'll see everybody tomorrow in part 3 with the Royal Rumble match itself.